topic that I can actually share.
That's perfectly fine. It's like
that's why he wanted a lot of us.
I figured we all have a few stories, and it'll get us talking. That's what's important.
At the very least, we can unpack some baggage, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of trauma in this regard, but
who knows? We might find some along the way.
Yeah. We have on occasion unlocked like hidden memories that just disappeared. Okie dokie. Got that going. All right, so who all... Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Oh, wow, 6 of us. Nice. What about you, Lizzie? How many do you have?
I've got one story.
Excellent.
Squad size 2 up here. That's great.
Ooh, that's an excellent reference on your part. I mean, you're definitely playing to the audience here, but, you know, who else are you supposed to play?
Hey, I mean, you know your audience, right?
Exactly. I love watching this and just seeing their screen names. Grayscale 16 is pretty good.
Linux or something.
It's as my old mission companion said, certain names you fear on sight, like Raptor. And it's like other names come to mean something, like milk.
Okay.
And he learned to fear milk.
And you learned not to fear the couch?
Oh yeah. I educated Couch. I bet he's I bet that kid is he's gone on to do great things through my education. I marinated him in the ways.
Also beware the derpy potato.
Yeah, dirt potato. But that's a great thing. Names could, like, the name Ed Gruberman shouldn't mean anything unless you watch that skit. And even then, it's just a funny little thing. I hate Ed Gruberman.
Who's Ed Gruberman?
He was on the Agent server.
Boot to the head.
Oh.
He was on the Agent server and he played Soldier really well.
See, that's like, I have no context, but I've heard you talk about barbecue enough that.
Yes. Agent Dr. the Terrible Barbecue, MD 005.
Oh, I forgot he was a 005.
He might be 006, actually, because I'm 005, too.
I don't even remember what 005 was anymore.
I don't think I got above 7.
No one. I mean, 7's way high.
7,
did it go up?
Become like...
Wait, I thought it went down, not up.
No.
No, it went up.
Oh, I thought it went down too.
No, because Demon Cat was a 7. I remember that.
Oh, well, then swap it. I was probably like a
3 or a 4.
3 or 4.
Did you ever host game nights?
No.
Okay, then you definitely weren't a 4.
Was that a requirement or something?
Yeah, that was how you ranked up.
You put on events, essentially.
All
right, well, it's go time, so Looney, get yourself situated and such with the fan.
Already did since we were live.
Excellent, perfect. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Max Wolf Wolf. All right, this is looking good. Let's do this. When I was but a young lad, one day my dad had to go into the office. I was probably like 4 years old. I was real little. And normally, Mom would watch me, but for some reason, Mom couldn't. And so Dad took me into the office on, I think it was like a Saturday. He had to work overtime or something. I don't know. But he had to, as Breakfast is getting arrested, he had to keep me entertained. And he sat down, he turned on another work computer, and he turned on Bricks. And he showed me how to play Bricks. And he played it with me a little bit. And as I was thinking, I think this was the first time I ever played a game with or watched my dad play a game. Now, I don't know how long I played Bricks after that. This might have been a small stop where we were only there for like half an hour. I might have played it 6 hours straight. I was a child and had no concept of the passage of time. All I know is I remember Bricks, and I remember I was obsessed with this. And my dad was way better at it than I was. This is episode 70 of I Think We Overleveled, where we're talking about gaming with our parents. Did anyone play Bricks with their dad?
With my dad? No. Bricks was too new fangled for my dad.
Something special for the Mac.
Yeah,
Arkanoid.
I had DX
Okay,
ball for DOS, dude.
Yeah, Arkanoid is the one I remember.
Yeah, all
We
my
never
dad's
had
work
a
all my
Mac.
dad's work computers were Macs for some reason. I think it was just industry standard in his industry at the time.
What kind of game was it?
It's this on the screen.
Are you not
Breakout.
in? Yeah, it's a breakout game. I mean,
No. This is Bricks. It's very different. Didn't you see the?
Oh, we're gonna do this.
Didn't you see it when you click it? You get the
Breakout uses a ball. This is a square.
Wait, where was it? Did I
It
miss
was
it?
a little after.
Was it?
Oh, like the menu pop up.
Yeah, the menu pops up about Bricks, and it lets you know any resemblance between this game and another one that looks just like it is purely coincidental.
Okie dokie.
And so
I
yeah,
did play a game that was very much like it, coincidentally.
yeah, everyone did. But yeah, I don't know. This is the first
I mean,
time.
to be fair, that was kind of the way it went back in the day. I mean, like, how many versions of Tetris were there originally? And like, the original creator of Tetris has never fully gotten credit, I don't think.
No, he has in the last decade. But yeah, good point.
But for a game that came out 30 plus years ago, that's
Yeah.
been a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the problem of inventing a game in the Soviet Union. You don't technically own it. And by the time it gets to the other side of the Iron Curtain, no one knows who you are.
Petrivka,
Yep.
40 plus years ago.
Sure.
Yep.
Anyway,
I still like to believe it's only 2012.
Yeah, 2000 was only 10 years ago, right?
yep.
The
They're about, right? Yeah.
We're 10 years ago.
Anyway, I don't know. This was just one of those things. I was trying to think the earliest I played with my parents. I think this would have to be it.
Huh.
And I think I was 4 or
Both
5.
of they allowed your dad to have games on work computers, I guess.
Well, I think it was more because this came. I'm fairly certain he had me on the oldest computer in his office, just because I can't imagine letting someone that young on anything else. And I have a feeling that maybe because this was just a built-in feature with the Macs at the time, so I have a feeling that their software integrity wasn't as formalized as businesses are now.
Well, yeah, now I can't imagine a kid being able to log in on a work computer, period.
Yeah. And so, anyway, what is the earliest you think you have a memory of playing with your parents? Or watching your parents? Both are allowed for this.
Oh gosh, watching my parents. Right. So I am a very odd person to have in this conversation just because, I think I'm the oldest of the group, right?
Yes.
And my parent, like, I'm the youngest of my family, which means my parents are a bit older. So my dad was not a gamer. Like he had no love for gaming, but there were a couple times where I did catch his interest. And probably my earliest gaming memory period actually is playing Duck Hunt with my dad. So my dad was like good old Southern boy. And so this whole, gamepad video games thing just never caught his interest.
But give him a Super Scope.
But Super Scope, nothing. This was the NES Blaster.
The Zapper, dude.
The Zapper light gun.
Oh, sorry. I have Smash Bros. On the brain.
But yeah, you put it in his hand though, and he it was interesting, like, because he never even knew the name of the game. Like he'd just say, "Hey, do you want to go shoot some ducks?" And I was just like, "Let's do it."
Shoot some ducks. I love that as the name.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, this game, like, this is one of two memories I think I have of ever playing a video game with my dad. The other one would be back in the late 2010s when a little game came out called Wii Sports. The Wii came out and it kind of took the world by storm because it was a game.
Yeah,
it was
this is just last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was people. Okay, there are people who have graduated from high school who have never.
No, don't say that.
I want to remind you, we're in a few years, we'll be reaching the 20-year anniversary of the Wii.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god.
hurts. It hurts so much.
I just took 10 points of psychic damage. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, that's around the time I got to know all of you, which means that we have a long and enduring friendship. That's what I'm taking from that information.
Fair enough.
But again, this was something my dad got. He's like, okay, I take this, I swing my arm like a tennis racket, and it swings. I understand it. Although tennis wasn't what got him. It was let's see, let me find it. Oh, that was it.
Bowling? Boxing?
Nope. It was baseball.
Ah.
So I remember I was in the living room playing with my, I was showing my sister, I think, or my brother, one of them. And my dad just sort of came in and he was just sort of shaking his head as he watched us. And then I looked at him and he just sort of smiled. He was like, let me try that thing. And it was it was great because, again, it's something that computed to him. He was not a computer guy. He used computers for work because he had to and knew the bare minimum about how to use them.
All I know was
this
baseball freaked me out, the way the Mii's would then just stare right at you after getting an out.
But no, there was this one, and boxing was the other one that caught his attention because he was just like, what in the world? I think it caught his attention most because my nephew, who is, at the time, he was, oh gosh, I'd say 3. He was undefeated in boxing, and he'd basically just get up there and what's the thing when you're moving the bag, the speed bag at the the one that hangs from above and you bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it, bop it.
Yeah.
That's essentially what he did, except with 3-year-old flailing. And yeah, so
What's funny is because the Wii generation is now moving into adulthood, Matt, who is the final boss in Wii boxing, is having a resurgence as this legendary foe.
Is he really?
Yeah,
What?
because he was the final boss, and for them it's this core memory of not being able to beat Matt because they were younger and didn't understand quite how to play it. And so Matt is just this unparalleled legendary warrior. Because that's their core memory.
Wow.
He's their yellow devil.
Exactly.
He's their Yellow Devil. I don't know. They're Mike Tyson, I guess.
Matt Tyson.
You mean Mr. Dream?
Well, yeah.
Nobody means Mr. Dream.
I played Mr. Dream.
You're still not talking about him. No one is.
But yeah, so
Well, in the new one, it definitely.
that is the extent of my gaming experience with my dad.
Wii Sports is a good one for family gaming.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
my
yeah.
family, it was the bowling.
It got a lot of people.
Oh, this was
My
gaming
dad-
with grandparents.
Yeah, now you think about it, with the Wii Play, like, I wasn't there, but my brother had a Wii, my older brother, and my parents were visiting, and they played Wii Play, the mini game where you ride the cow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they enjoyed that. And I'm like, whoa, my parents playing a game, because that's not something they did terribly often. And
Yeah.
it's like, to think in this millennium, wow, that hurts to say. In this millennium, it was my older brother who got them to play video games, not me.
It's crazy to think that we're a quarter of the way through this century.
Yeah.
I love
My
how,
dad-
how
my
you guys
dad
are
was
depressing
very-
yourselves.
My dad was very like Baggins' father, in as much as, well, very like and very different at the same time.
Yes.
My parents were vehemently anti-console. We had no consoles growing up. The only two consoles I've owned, I've had to buy myself. They did not care for video games at all, in the slightest. However, unlike Baggins' father, my father was an engineer by trade and has been working with computers since they filled the size of a room.
My dad got a degree in mechanical engineering, but he ended up getting an MBA and was more of an entrepreneur than an actual engineer.
Mine was a mechanical engineer by degree, but also dabbled in electrical and programming. So he knew his way around computers. So we always had a PC in the home. And I learned to read at the age of early 4 because of a computer program, an educational ABC program called ABC Fun Keys. And I barely knew my alphabet, but I could get onto the DOS prompt and I could type in ABC. And it would load up the game. And we had a series of arcade games, and they were very finicky because they would all depend on what version of DOS you were running in order to run properly. And as different computers came along, and they were all saved on a single floppy disk. And if you know what the old floppy disk, you know how much room those things had.
Are you talking about a 5 1/4 or 3 1/2?
Yes, the 5 1/4.
Okay.
And so you know how simple these games had to have been.
Yeah, tiny.
Hey, you didn't even get a meg on those, I think.
No, you
didn't.
Though, now that
So-
you mention it, my dad did have an old 3.5 core floppy disk of Load Runner. And I imagine he played it, but that was even before my time.
So we had a bunch of arcade games. There was Joust. There was a game called Moonbugs. There was a game called Striker. We had a
What is
game called
Moonbugs?
I remember
Was Striker the helicopter one?
Yes, the helicopter one.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I thought no one else knew that one.
We
Find
had
the video.
Castle.
I need to see this.
I remember Castle.
We had Castle Adventure. We had
No,
what, Sopwith was a game.
Okay, yeah. The old.
And
Like
then
a flight sim, I guess?
yeah. It was, well,
It wasn't a flight
in
sim.
the barest sense of the term.
Well, just like Striker is a helicopter flight sim.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was a game called Flightmare. That game was hard, but I never saw my father play any of these. He and like there was a toggle that I had to hit in order to play the games on the computer. I don't even know what the toggle did. I think it like swapped hard drives or something.
You mean the
And I-
turbo button?
I was going to say maybe the turbo button. But...
No, it was a switch. And it moved from A to B, and it was a configuration switch of sorts, I think.
Gosh, maybe it was like an actual like hard drive like jumper or something. That's kind of
I
wild.
think it had to have been something like that, because on one side it wouldn't work. The games wouldn't work. On the other side they would, but you had to restart the computer when you made the switch.
Huh.
And so we had all these old DOS games, and then we got Death Track, and that changed everything.
What's Death Track?
It's a very, very old, early 3D racing combat game.
Wow. So it'd have been like what, early 90s?
Early 80s, late 80s.
So like what? Early version of Twisted Metal?
Something like that, except you were locked to a track. So it was all circuit racing. But like there was a guy that would tell you, hey, if you get an extra bonus if you bump this character off during the next race.
Oh wow! So he put out hits on characters.
Oh yeah, he put out and every character, like the roster, was always in the same ranking. You always knew who was going to get first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. You always knew who was going to be in last, and the only way that changed is if you killed someone.
Elimination.
Right.
It's very violent.
Oh yes, it was very violent. But
What type of game was this again?
it was called Death Track. It was a racing combat sim, like not sim, but a racing combat game.
Okay.
And there was a glitch that I always took advantage of. If you at the beginning of a new game, like your car sucked, you had the worst weapons, yada yada, but you could cheat the game if you went in and sold your engine, even though it was the weakest engine, and then bought it back. You would like glitch the game and get a boatload of money. And so it would allow you to like just buy all the best equipment of everything because you could repeat this ad infinitum. And
There's a whole metagame to this.
but again, my parents, we had the games, but my parents never played them. My father never played them. My mother was very anti-game. Except many years later, during the era of the Super Nintendo, this is the first time I ever recall my parents actively playing a game. We didn't own a Super Nintendo, but on occasion we would be allowed to rent one.
Oh, I forgot you could actually rent them.
And
What would they allow you to rent?
the games that I remember playing were everything from Top Gear.
Okay,
To,
I love Top Gear 2.
I didn't play too much, but I love the first one.
2 is the one that I was introduced to. So
There was Top Gear. There was Turtles in Time, of course.
Oh yeah.
And then there was a game called Final Fight 2. Not the first one, but the second one. I didn't like the first one because the first one wouldn't allow you to play co-op, but the second one did. And this is how old everything is, because one of the characters, it was one of the first instances of a character semi-swearing. He actually said at the end during the intro cutscene, "Let's go kick some butt." And my mom didn't like that.
Such a mouth on that man.
But somehow we convinced my mom and dad to play together a co-op game. I wasn't playing with them. It was just them two. But that was one of the earliest memories. In fact, one of the only memories of my mother ever playing a video game that wasn't solitaire, and my mother and father playing a game together. However, later there would come a game that my father would absolutely just enjoy and would start playing by himself, even without anyone else, even though it was a multiplayer focused game.
Oh?
And that would come many years later in the form of Battlefield 1942.
Oh wow.
Interesting. That's
Dad fell in love with that one and would actively seek us out to play it. Like he would want to play it and would try to get us to play with him.
So
And if we weren't available, he would play by himself because he enjoyed it that much.
that's interesting. I would not have guessed that. But I mean, it is a historically "quote unquote" accurate game, so
I wouldn't have guessed it either, but yet it just seemed to connect with him.
It's that male boomer connection to World War II. I think that's
I couldn't think of no other explanation.
That's got to be what that is.
no,
He
it
doesn't
definitely
play.
is.
Well, no one really plays it anymore. But he would play that game many years after even it had died. He would play it with his grandchildren. He would play it with us. He enjoyed when we all got together to play together.
How wholesome.
It was the one instance of a game that my father actively sought out to play that I can remember, and those are the
Killing
only
Nazis
two-
together. I mean, that is a wholesome experience.
Except he would occasionally play on the German side, so like he wasn't, you know.
Oh, he would be the Nazi.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! I will not allow this disparagement against my father.
I
No.
will not see you disparage him like this.
Do
I'm just
you
asking
not
questions.
dare, sir?
I'm just asking questions.
No. You do not.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, oh, you played Counter-Strike. Oh, I bet sometimes you're on the other side, aren't you? Well, yeah, that's kind of the way the game works.
Don't leave me. All right. What about you, Lizzie? You said you had a story.
I have one good story and then like a few general stories that I've been reminded of.
Oh.
So I'll start just kind of one of the general.
You cut out.
We lost her.
Oh no.
No. She was just getting started. Well, God rest her soul. Lunasar, pick up the slack.
All right, well...
Sorry, no, I'm here.
Oh, okay, there we
I
go.
was trying to copy a link, and then I'm holding V to be able to talk, and the link disappeared and was replaced with a bunch of V's. I'm like, ah!
What the
I had
heck
to
am
let
I
go.
looking at?
This is a game for the PlayStation 2 called Anti-Grav.
I have never
was
heard of
used
this.
with
Looks like
the
a snowboarding
iToy.
game.
So
It
this
used
is
the
one-
iToy?
Oh,
Yes.
the camera?
People
Yeah.
use the iToy?
Oh.
So-
Monster instantiates?
We got one of those.
Okay,
and
I don't know what the iToy is, but for some reason my head is going somewhere it's probably not supposed to.
No,
It's
This
the
is-
Connect before the Connect.
Yeah,
Basically.
Sony had the first
It's
Connect.
also a proto webcam.
So,
That too.
yeah, my parents got this, and I swear they were always trying to be like, what video games will get my kids exercise, you know? So this was
Standard
one of
parents
those.
practice.
And, you know, we got okay at it. It was sort of fun. And then I remember there was one day, I don't remember why, but my parents decided that they were going to try it out. And I just remember sitting behind them and laughing because they looked so uncoordinated and couldn't figure out what they were doing. But you can see like the different things. You had to put your hands out to actually hit those, and you had to lean to turn and stuff like that.
So it didn't have any controller input besides the
Nope.
iToy? Oh.
It was just, you like had to stand still, so it kind of like scanned, made sure you were in the frame or whatever, and then it would just track your movements.
Really
Which-
is a proto connect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as kids, we would love to mess each other up by like being in the background and swinging
Yeah.
our arms around.
how good that tracking was.
I don't remember you guys playing this at all.
Yeah,
Is this something you stopped playing when you moved?
We had the PlayStation 2 when we lived near you, but I think it was after we moved that we got the iToy.
Okay.
So I think this was later that we got this one. But it was fun. It was kind of just one of those silly kind of tech demo feeling almost. But that was one instance I remember playing. Seeing the Wii Sports reminded me we've played Wii Sports with my family as well. Although it was another attempt for us to be active, but we learned how to sit on the couch and bowl without having to actually
How
like
to
swing
get up.
our arm. Just a wrist flick.
Ring Fit Adventure it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of one of the general stories with my family. Although thinking back, like I didn't play with my dad much. He was always busy. But he did used to play some video games with my brothers. I remember seeing them play Halo on the computer and Guild Wars. I never had a chance to play
Your
those.
father played Guild Wars?
Yeah,
I think
Right.
so. It was very shortly lived.
Honest to goodness, MMO. That's amazing.
So yeah, it was very short.
I'm trying to imagine your father playing Guild Wars, and my brain is returning a 404.
I think
What?
this also was after we moved away from where you are.
Yeah, well, that. And now I think about it, there was one of the expansions of Guild Wars that was not available except for where they lived. And your mom actually was willing to pick it up for me, which was weird. But
I'm sorry,
I forgot
what?
about that. So Guild Wars has expansions, and there was one that Loonstar was missing, and out of curiosity, I looked up the GameStop near where my parents lived, and I was like, oh, there's actually one there. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll try and ask her, and expecting her to just be like, I'm not going and buying you a game, but she did. She went and bought the expansion for us and got it to us.
The fact that her dad played this game with her brothers, and I was playing this game with her brothers at the time, I guess that's probably why she was willing to go for that game.
I guess that's a possibility. So,
whatever happened to the iToy? Because I don't ever remember seeing it.
Well, to be fair, we don't have my family's PlayStation. We have yours. So I also don't have all the Guitar Hero guitars. I only have one.
That's true.
Which that's another one. I didn't play with my parents, actually. I think that was just siblings. But the best story that I have with my parents was Trauma Center.
You got your parents to play Trauma Center?
We got a recent entry here.
I think this was...
Recent entry, as in 2010.
You get to me, you'll know where my stories end. But
So this was, I think, my senior year of high school. And Falcon, my brother, had come home from college, and he had a Wii. We didn't have a family Wii. He bought it when he was at college, and he brought it home, showing us all his different games. That's when we're playing Wii Sports, and he showed us like Mario Galaxy, and he had Trauma Center. I think he might have been at the time thinking maybe I'll be a doctor or something. I don't know what made him pick it up. And so he was showing it, and my mom was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. I was kind of whatever, but I ended up playing it with him for a bit, and I was like, okay, yeah, this actually is fun.
Got really into that game for a period of time.
Yeah, we ended up really enjoying it. I feel like I got really good, and then my mom finally once was like, yeah, I feel like playing. I want to try it out, and I was the one around, so I was like, okay, I'll play it with you. And we were doing, it was some operation that has tumors. So the way this game works, in the left hand you have your the nunchuck, and you use the C stick to select the different instruments, tools. And then you have
Trauma Center with Cooking Mama.
And then you have in your right hand, you're pointing and using the tools. And so I was doing it 2-player with my mom, and I had gotten really good at doing tumors. You can see it. You use the ultrasound, then you have to switch to the scalpel to cut it, switch to the drain it, back to the scalpel to cut it, then to the forceps to pull it out. Then you have to, there's a lot of tool switching, but I've gotten really good at it.
No, Trauma Center is difficult.
I thought the same thing, Pirate. You're not alone.
So all these different tool switching.
I thought TF2 Tumas.
And so I was playing it with my mom, and I apparently
forever.
I apparently was getting impatient with her because she's still fairly new. I'm going kind of slow, trying to figure this out. And so I had finished
hurry.
I had finished everything else, and she's still working on her one tumor. So I jumped over to try and help her with it, and she screams, "Get out of my tumor!" And that is quoted
That's pretty good.
very often now.
Yeah, get out of my tumor. We say it all the time.
So that's
See,
my
I
story
can
there.
absolutely see I can hear your mother shouting that. Absolutely, no hesitation.
Yeah, so
I'm still returning an era trying to imagine your father playing Guild Wars. It's just like, what? No.
She didn't really want to play with me much after that, but it was fun. And so my parents don't play often, but even now there are times I've had her recently ask me oh, when you guys visit, why don't you bring your Switch? And I'm just like, well, we want to do something different, but we have in the past brought it. She enjoys playing Untitled Goose Game and just being a menace.
Wow,
that is a nuts game.
Oh my goodness, that I need to consider that.
I
That
know
It's a
about
fun
that
one.
game.
I didn't
don't
realize-
know anything else.
I didn't realize that she played that one. I guess I missed
Yeah,
that.
she played it. Was it with me or with one of the kids? Now I can't remember, but she enjoyed that one and was like, "Okay, I like this game." And she's done Boomerang Foo with the kids and the family.
Oh, we just recently got into that. That can be a
That's a
ride.
fun one.
I've got a friend who he plays that with his kids, and they love it, and they've got me to play it with them a few times. And
All I know is thanks to watching a bunch of YouTube videos by the consoles, I could totally see the guy who did the music for it rocking out as he's recording the music for that game. Because yeah.
What is it? I've never heard of this.
it's a boomerang game.
You play as food items that wield boomerangs trying to kill each other in a small
It's-
little arena.
It's like dodgeball, but with boomerangs. And
Oh,
And when they splat and fun, like the burger separates into the pieces, or like the
The sushi
boba
is
drink
cut in half.
spills. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
they also have like a hide and seek mode now too.
Yeah, it's like prop hunt. It's like literally like prop hunt.
Yep.
I actually did very well despite Joy-Con drift, doing that with my children.
Ooh, well, that would be an added challenge.
Man. Okay. Might have to look into that then. Petrivka, what about you?
So my first memory is a lot like Splice's. I remember early on, I too have a father who's a mechanical engineer. Seems to be a common theme here. He took me to the office because for whatever reason, I don't even know. In fact, it may have even been like a weekend. I don't even know why. Something he had to do. And yeah, he had to turn me onto something so that I wasn't causing trouble in the office. And the thing that he turned me on was this nice little game that had like letters that represented monsters, and I was just trying to wrap my head like what is a bee and why does it move around so erratically? He introduced me to Rogue, the original Rogue, and that was my first gaming memory associated with my dad. Is that I said, I want this game at home. And he's like, oh, okay. And he copied that floppy. He apparently didn't see the PSA. And,
We were very nonchalant about such things back then.
it just was like people didn't like. That was how games got spread. Like, I don't even know where the copy that he had came from. And so he often turned me on to some of my earliest games, like Rogue, and then some of those older DOS games similar to Breakfast, like Striker and Arkanoid and games of that nature. But the next level that I remember was that my dad figured out how to connect to the internet, and that was. I mean, I didn't even know what that was.
What year was this?
This would have been early 90s. I mean, this is how he got Wolfenstein 3D. So, I mean, the fact that you could get it over I guess there was an internet to get it from. I don't even know where. I mean, probably connected to, some university server somehow. I don't know. But I found out that he was playing this game where he could move around in space and shoot. And I was like, whoa! And my dad would see. He's like, "Oh well, Pirate, you're too young for this. You can't play this." And I would see that he would quit whenever he saw me watching him, and it would send him back to DOS. But I would see the directory. He put a game in the utilities directory, and so I learned how to navigate within DOS. At the time I was like, I don't know, 6, 7, I forget.
You and I had very similar experiences indeed.
and so my dad hid Wolfenstein 3D in the utilities folder. Dad would go off to work. Mom would be busy. And I'm like, CD, utilities, Wolf 3D, let's go.
Wolf 3D, oh wow.
Wolf 3D.
And we played that originally without just with a PC speaker. We didn't even have a sound card at the time. So a lot of these games were like games that like my dad introduced me, sometimes inadvertently. The first memory that I have of him playing with me, it was probably TIE Fighter, 1994. He got a joystick. It was like this really crummy, like it was almost like an Atari kind of like thing. But hey, it was better than. I mean, like I don't even know if you could use a mouse. Maybe you could have limped around with a mouse. I don't know. Breakfast, did you ever try TIE Fighter without anything besides a joystick?
No, I never. We didn't even have a mouse. I don't think at the time.
Yeah, what might have not even been common. Anyway, he got a joystick for this, and he was like, "This is important. You need to know 6 degrees of freedom, son." And he was training me, like how to see. What I didn't know at the time is my dad was working on a lot of forward-looking infrared, and he had to like understand how like targeting and firing on things and tracking with missiles and whatnot worked, and this was how he justified it in his mind. And I would see him flying the missions, and I would try to do it, and then I would do terribly, and I'd say, "Dad, I tried to do campaign 2, mission 4, and I just was getting my butt kicked." And he's like, "Oh, well, what you need to do is you need to make sure to shoot the rockets that the rebels are shooting at the frigate." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
you can do that?"
Yes, yeah. You use your lasers to shoot the rockets. I mean, the rockets you can't really do it with missiles; they go too fast. But yeah.
Well, you could kill the heavy rockets with concussion missiles. They were fast enough.
Yeah, you could with missiles, but you could laser them too. You just have to be like close enough. But yeah. So that was my first memory of. I mean, it wasn't co-op, right? Because it was only a single player at a time. But he would show me how and would coach me through it, and I knew that my dad would play it after hours. I'd be in my room, and every now and again I'd sneak out. And I'm like, "Oh, Dad's playing the next campaign. I haven't seen it yet."
Ooh, spoilers.
See, while my father never played mini games, my oldest brother did. He's about 10 years older than I am. So he would get all the cool games. He's the one that got Death Track. He got the early Wing Commander. He got Rise of the Dragon. Oh man, that was a trip. And with Wing Commander, he would hide the manual from me, so I couldn't get past the DRM.
Oh, the DRM!
Except there was one question that I had memorized the answer to it. So I would constantly close the game and reopen it until I got that question.
Brute forcing it, man.
And sometimes I'd be sitting there for like 20 minutes, like, "Come on, give me the
No.
He needs the random drop.
But that wasn't a parent thing. That was an older brother thing.
Not true.
Unlike Pirate's father, my father just never touched the games. He never, at least that I was aware of.
So like Breakfast parents, like my folks were also pretty resistant to console until they finally just gave in because we just asked constantly. We wore them down. In 1995, we bought the state-of-the-art SNES, a year before the N64 came out, and we played Mario Kart. And my dad joined in Mario Kart, and it was so great watching because I wish I could get him to play like Mario Kart on the Switch because he played the way that the Switch controls. He would try and like tilt the dang controller because he thought that's what would actually make help with the turns. Does nothing for the SNES.
To be fair, I think we all did that at some point. I
never really had the instinct to do that, but I didn't see anyone else. I don't know.
What do you mean? It totally works.
F-Zero was.
I didn't have F-Zero.
I know.
It was literally the first racing game I got because we were late.
I just want to point out that I have had don't copy that floppy on the screen for 6 minutes and no one said anything.
I've been waiting for a moment to even point out that the stream's been echoing. There's been no gap to even bring it up.
You can always type to me. It's an
I
option.
did. You didn't reply. Your sibling
don't-
in the chat's been trying to get your attention too.
He did type it. I saw it
Where?
in the in the general chat.
In the chat window. Yeah.
Oh geez, I'm in a different area. Message me personally
I-
next time. I'll respond. I'll find it quicker. I have a lot
I
of
had a
screens
feeling
open.
you had gotten up and used the restroom.
No,
I'm using my headset.
But no,
Why am
I did want to
why
say
am I
about this. Don't
echoing?
copy that.
it's
floppy.
not. It wasn't
I
you. It
found
was on my end.
I found
Oh.
it incredibly ironic that Don't Copy That Floppy featured Tetris, considering, as we mentioned earlier, the creator at this point hadn't gotten any credit or a penny for it.
Speaking of Tetris, my mom and I think everyone's mom loved
Yeah.
Tetris.
Not my
I
mom.
mean, my aunt more so than my mom, but yes, I'm pretty sure my parents tried out Tetris
Yeah.
on the Game Boy.
My
Is
mom
that why I
touching
like
games was a
Tetris
rare
so much
occasion.
now? Because I'm a mom.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's genetic.
Everyone
I'm
loves
fairly
Tetris.
certain. Once you have a kid, it just changes something. But no, it's true. Like, there's something about. Yeah, my mom's really good at Tetris. Like, she destroys. I just remember it was a big deal to me because it was the first time as a kid that I understood my parents are both incredibly competitive, and they would move like kitchen chairs into the TV room, and they would play against each other at Tetris. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world because I'm like, holy crap, my parents are playing video games against each other. And I didn't realize it was because my dad was getting horribly frustrated that he was always losing to my mom at Tetris.
Would they even lean forward in their chairs as they played?
Yes, well, yeah, because
All right, there we go. You're locked in.
the other one she was really good at was similar, Dr. Mario. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Dr. Mario. So when we went to our grandparents' house and they had the combined Tetris Dr. Mario cartridge, my mom would play a lot of video games on vacation. Has anyone ever seen this?
What, Dr. Mario?
Dr. Mario
Yeah.
Tetris.
No.
How is it different?
It's literally a combined game.
I mean, I've never played Dr. Mario, but it always seemed very much like Tetris.
I mean,
Dr.
I've played-
Mario and Tetris was on one cart in the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but was there like?
Okay. So it wasn't like a mix of Dr. Mario and Tetris. It was
Well,
Dr. Mario with Tetris.
Yeah, well, and there was mix match where it was
I'm
had
used
you
to
playing
Puyo
both.
Puyo Tetris, which is mixed with Puyo and Tetris. But are they going to show mixed match? Because I mean, I can understand like a dual cart. But,
Yeah, they're showing mixed match where it once you beat one level, it shoves you into Tetris. It was very
Okay.
rudimentary, but it's weird because I think this technically is this might be the second remaster of all time in Nintendo's history. First being Mario All Stars, and then this, if memory serves me correct. And I don't know, it was just one of those things that it's more looking back at it, I suddenly I realized what it was. But my mom, for the most part, hated and hates video games. But puzzle games, she has a soft spot for. And there was one that I caught her playing one day. Pokemon Puzzle
One's
League.
fun.
I'm trying to think. This is
I'm not familiar
Panel de
with this.
Pon, right?
Say what?
It's Panel de Pon, right? Tetris Attack.
Yeah, it's Panel de Pon in terms of how it plays. But my mom saw me playing it, or maybe was seeing Gaming Angel, who's in chat right now, playing it. I don't know what started it. And then one day I came home and she was playing it. She didn't hear me come in. And I was just like, this makes sense. She loves Tetris. Why wouldn't she love this? But
So, like, what was actually Pokemon about besides just like the backgrounds?
just the backgrounds and the music.
That was it.
actually.
Oh, okay. So they did have music.
Yeah.
What's
so
Mario about Dr. Mario?
Well, the weird
They had,
thing is,
they had the
this,
character in there.
I think this is the
And
only
Yoshi's
like
Cookie?
officially licensed Nintendo game that references the cartoon. Like everything is based on the cartoon continuity for this. And a lot of the songs are like remixes of some of the songs in the cartoons.
Interesting.
And so it's it's one of those weird, it holds a really weird place in Nintendo history, but it got really hard at the end, and my mom was just better at us than the rest of us.
I'm getting stressed out just watching.
Oh, that's the easy level. No,
V hard is the easy level.
yeah, so that was Brock, who's the first gym leader. Like, you go later and you start facing off against let's see. You start facing off against Team Rocket, and yeah, it gets hard.
Team Rocket Librarian. Ooh.
Yeah, here we are, Elite Four stuff. Anyway.
Do you fight
that's right,
Jesse
it
and
did have
James
to-
together, or do you fight them one at a time?
You fight them together. It's just you're fighting Team Rocket. But no, it was just this weird thing that I couldn't believe that my mom was technically playing a Pokemon game. It's very technically, but she was technically playing a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And that's all that mattered to me. I was just like, what the crap is going on? Because at this point, I'm in high school, because this was an N64 game.
Oh,
And
really? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
I have the Game Boy version.
There was a Game Boy version?
Yeah, there's a Pokemon Puzzle League on the Game Boy.
I had no idea.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's Game Boy Color technically because you
Either-
need those colors.
Yeah, but I had no clue. No, but the
Game Boy Color, not even advanced, huh?
Yes.
no, it's more just one of those weird things that I don't know. Our mom in particular, she just liked playing it. I don't know. There's something about puzzle games that just click with her. I tried to get her. I got her Tetris 99. I got her the cartridge but it just that for some reason didn't click for her. I think she just doesn't like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
Well, it's competitive. She might not want to be competitive.
She played competitive against
yeah,
her husband, though.
played against my dad. She sure was. I don't know.
That's different. Rather than strangers online.
I don't know. It was just one of those things that I was like, oh, that's surprising to me. I thought she would get into that. And
Fire
thanks
Professor
for the
Layton.
thanks for the donations, Gaming Angel. Another one that was a core memory for me. I would have been young. We went to Disneyland, and while in Disneyland, my aunt and her husband, they were living in LA, so we spent the night over at their place. And I was told to go to bed, but we're all spread out and sleeping on couches and stuff, so I can still hear the adults playing. And they had popped something into the NES, and they were having just the best time and laughing their butts off. And it was Jeopardy for the
man.
Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh shoot! The one that you had to type in the stupid answers for.
Yes, but the whole
Yeah.
reason they were laughing, it's mainly because the sprites for the characters in this game,
Oh, they were insane.
They're
they had
crazy.
the most absolutely insane animations that just like just look at how they move. It's so weird. And they were having a great time, and I didn't get it. But, it's one of those things that as because I was a kid at the time, if I'd been a little
Oh, this
older.
is just excruciating watching this. By the way, I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah, it takes forever to put in an answer.
It's Rockefeller. It's Rockefeller. Just say Rockefeller.
But you spelled Rockefeller wrong.
You forgot the E. Oh, they gave it to him.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
Huh? ChatGPT figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Point is, this game is hilarious.
GPT stands for Grandpa Technology.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, someone here put We Fit.
Oh, I put that in.
Did your parents play this?
Okay, so this is one. Okay, my mom, she blew my mind one day because she bought a Wii.
That's mind blowing to me, knowing your mom.
And I wasn't living at home.
Like just for herself.
For herself to play Wii Fit. And bless my mom's heart, she's the kind of person who always has the best of intentions. But her follow through on some things leaves a bit to be desired. I love my mom, but it's one of those things. She will buy something like this.
Did she get the board too?
Yeah, it came with the board, I think, originally.
I never had it, so
yeah. But anyway, she got it, and then it basically gathered dust next to her TV. Unless we asked, Mom, have you tried it? She's like, oh yeah, I use it all the time. Watch, I'll do it right now, and she did it, and it was like the first time she'd done it in a couple months.
And it shows up on the screen. Yeah. It's like you haven't played in, which that's what got me in trouble, where I realized that this game is trying to get me to break up Diesel Martini's marriage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Okay, so this one requires some explanation. So Baggins has Wii Fit. Baggins, when he got Wii Fit, was living with Diesel Martini. At the time Diesel Martini was living with Baggins, his then
Who's Diesel Martini?
Dylan.
Oh, okay.
But at the time,
I don't think I ever knew his handle.
Oh, that's his handle. I love the handle, but his then girlfriend was spending a lot of time. Rachel was spending a lot of time over at Baggins' place, so she played some of it as well. Well, the years go by. I'm trying to lose some weight. Baggins has Wii Fit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. See if gamifying helps. And to be honest, it's the best weight loss I've had in my life. I probably need to start it up again. But the point is,
I should start up again.
I one day I turned it on and it's like, hey, have you seen Rachel lately? And to which I was going to first say no, because Rachel and Dylan got married. You know, they're off being married people.
They don't live
kids.
here.
Yeah. But then I realized, wait a minute, why is it asking me if I've seen her? Which now I'm in a pure fact-finding mode. And so I'm like, yes. And it's like, does Rachel look like she's does Rachel look like she's gained some, or does she look like she's been exercising lately? Which we all know what that's code for. Hey, do you think she's fatter than last time she was here? And to which I'm like, I gotta know where this is going. So of course I say, no, she doesn't look like she's been exercising. And it's like, you should encourage her to get back on the exercise habit. And then I just start laughing. Because there's a scenario where Dylan played this instead of me, and now he has the Wii Fit being like, hey, tell your wife is fat and she needs to exercise. And it just amused me so much that Nintendo clearly didn't think this one through. But no, but I do find that funny, your mom, and it's just like, hey, you haven't played in 9 months.
All the time, huh, Mom?
Yep, all the time. Oh, you can't trust that. It'll lie. Yeah.
AI is just so weird.
My kids try and shame me when like, hey, all of your all your neighbors in Animal Crossing are saying they haven't seen me in however many years or whatever. I'm
You're
just
like, I will not fall to Animal Crossing peer pressure.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
I always have the awkward zombie nightmare. Do y'all remember that?
What was that?
What was that one?
It was one where it's like you show up in Animal Crossing after it's been years, and like the whole place is this apocalypse. One of your neighbors just looks at you, she's like, "Where have you been?"
I'm just thinking it's especially funny when in New Leaf where you're the mayor and they're like, the mayor's been absent, and it's funny when your kids start playing on it and you're the mayor, but they're like, oh hey, I want you to do this, but you're the mayor, you're the one who has to do it. I'm just like, oh well, yeah, I don't feel like playing.
That's not happening.
I'm ashamed. I don't want the game to yell at me. Mr. Rossetti trained me against that years ago.
No. Okay, so there's a rabbit hole I want to go down of the history of my dad in a particular genre. We've already talked about it a little bit. One day, my dad comes home on his computer and he installs a game. And that game is Doom 2. At this point, I'm like 9 or 10 years old.
This game, by the way, also went into the utilities folder for us.
I can understand why.
How long was it before your dad realized you knew what that was?
It was longer than it should have been. It was at least like 3 or 4 years. I mean, it went from Wolfenstein to Doom. I mean, Doom, not Doom 2, but Doom. But yes.
Yeah.
My dad always knew that I could navigate DOS, but that got him into trouble when he inadvertently taught me what autoexec.bat and config.sys were.
Oh no!
I almost bricked the computer.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that happening really easy.
That's a bad combo.
Would not run. I had to try and make my own boot disk, and it was a disaster. Anyway, back to you, Splice.
Anyway, so he installed Doom 2, and he tried to play with his mouse the first time, which trying to play Doom on a mouse is hilarious. Because it is programmed so that your mouse back then, I don't think, unless you knew how to like change the code, which is actually simple, but back in the day,
the mouse
we
keys were locked.
The mouse was your movement. So to move forward, you would push the mouse forward.
Oh, what?
Oh, you could.
Wow.
Dude, you can motor through this game with the mouse, but you have no control whatsoever. But it is hilarious.
That's incredible. I did not know that.
Yeah, well, let's all remember, Doom was the first game of its kind, and they were figuring things out.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by of its kind, because Wolfenstein came before Doom.
Yes, but Doom,
same group of people.
There was no mouse support at all for that.
Right.
Yeah, and so, but my dad bought a joystick, which let him now strafe and move more properly, and he understood what he was doing, and I would watch him play. My mom was not a fan of Doom.
I could imagine.
And so my dad and his Doom playing was a point of contention in their marriage. That
I suddenly have a memory, but keep going.
Yeah, and so this was the first step on my dad's path of first-person shooters. What's your memory?
You go ahead and finish.
So my dad wanted to beat Doom, but he didn't know how. My dad bought a strategy guide to Doom 2.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world because it was actually how I learned all the Doom lore. Because it had all the ancillary stuff.
Yeah, because it's all in the manual there, dang it.
And so I thought it was amazing. Well, one day it just disappeared. And
your mom found it, I take it.
Oh, well, she knew it was there.
The manual disappeared?
Yes, the manual disappeared. And I could tell that my mom was like, you must have just lost it. My dad knows she's lying. She knows she's lying. I know she's lying. We all know she's thrown it out, but none of us are going to call her on it because it's very clear we have officially crossed a threshold of how much mom is pissed. And so neither one of us is going to broach the subject. And so that ended the Doom 2 phase in our house.
That's pretty funny.
My mother never actively destroyed any of my stuff, but she did guilt trip my younger brother into snapping my Quake 3 CD in half.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Whoa.
She has people to do her dirty work for her.
Well, okay, I don't think that was her intention. She didn't want him playing the game, and she tried to sit down and have a heart-to-heart as to why he was too young for something like that. And he was so guilty about it, he wanted to remove the source of temptation.
It's a nice Quake to have. There would be a
disc.
shame if something happened to
And so
it.
he snapped my Quake 3 disc.
My gosh.
Oh, it was your disc even.
Is this General Solid who did it?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
He was 8 at the time.
It's awesome. He was 28 at the time, but
I don't really regret the loss of my Quake 3D so much as I regret the loss of my MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries CD, which was snapped in half by one of my nephews.
Oh, that's too bad.
Snapping a CD is not a trivial thing. Like,
No, it's not an easy thing. Yeah.
No, they explode too.
I don't know how it happened. I just know it happened.
Man, I mean, like I tried to break those stupid AOL discs, and I was just like, "Oh my god, come on!"
I'm pretty sure there was some working back. Like my little brother's, like General Solid, that was intentional, absolutely intentional. I have no idea quite what happened because my nephews were borrowing it from me at the time, so it was at their house when it happened.
Well, it could be like
my brother never replaced it, and he broke a lot of my toys and never replaced.
Well, I've actually gone through like 3 copies of the new Super Mario Brothers Wii because kids breaking it and getting it out of the case. If they don't know to push down on the tab in the middle to get it out of the case, and they just keep pulling and it's not coming out of the centerpiece, it will eventually snap.
Well, early CD crystal cases didn't tend to have that problem because the prongs of the center would always snap first.
That's true.
Well, either that or they were hard plastic and it just didn't hold the CD in.
Right. Well, there was one time, though, where I don't remember what the CD it was exactly, but I was putting it into a CD drive. I popped the CD drive open and I went to put it in, and then the drive almost immediately closed and I didn't have it properly seated yet. And it closed on the disc and it just snapped it in half. And I'm like, that's not supposed to happen.
You got a powerful drive tray. My goodness.
Take your finger off. Jeez.
The CD drives that I had, it would just kind of it would just give up probably.
It's like, oh, we can't close. We'll just pop back open again. That was most of them, so I have no idea what was going on.
I don't think mine would even fold paper.
So now I will address the second stage of my father's FPS gameplay. So I went off to college, and this is many years later. I went off to college, and one of our cousins moved in with our family because he moved to Texas. His name is Dave, and Dave is awesome. And Dave got my dad into playing co-op competitive Halo 3.
Competitive co-op?
So
how does that work?
So there's now a ladder. Mostly he would do it because, and then my brother would follow up on the strategy, because my dad is so bad at these games that the matchmaking has to average out the people that are there. And so it would get Dave into more easier lobbies than he would get into otherwise. And my dad just really got into it. He actually went through the campaign and everything. So my dad's he knows he's forgotten it at this point, but he actually went through the Halo campaign at the time. Though the way he talks about it, I am fairly certain he never played 1. I think he just played 2 and 3. Point is,
fighting. Start another fight.
Yeah, it basically was, and he was doing it often enough that, as Gaming Angel says in chat, he was putting off doing taxes so he could play more with my cousin, and it caused more issues. there was fighting. But then this easily transitioned into because my little brother got old enough and they started playing as a group, and they started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with my dad. And it was, again, he's not very good at it, and so they loved playing with him because everyone else would be bad, and they'd look at the score, and my dad would just be getting rocked every single time because he just doesn't have the quick twitch,
The skill set. And,
well, because he hasn't played his entire life. And so he's just trying to crouch and snipe so he can slow down and play. And what's hilarious is my dad, one time we were talking about Modern Warfare 2, because I played it a fair bit as well. And he was like, oh, the thing I hated most were those idiots who would just run around and just try to knife everyone. It's like, it's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And then I just start laughing because that's all I would do.
Same here.
Because
I didn't play much Call of Duty, but when I did, I just knifed people.
I loved the hilarity of running around, and it was just, I loved running around because I could tell you would just sometimes catch people so off guard with your absolute stupidity that they weren't ready for you, and you would just get behind a group of like 3 of them and just, it's like a spy in TF2. Boom, boom, boom. And you just mow through a group. And it's Ryan George has a whole segment on Call of Duty. It's just like, watch out for knives. 100% lethal 100% of the time.
That reminds me, this isn't anything to do with my parents, but just one particular game from Counter-Strike Source that will always sit in my head, where I go hunting with the shotgun and I take the middle lane and no one else uses it. And I just go straight up the middle and I end up behind the entire enemy team and just start mowing them down. You just have moments like that. They just last in your memory.
Exactly. But but to me, this is just it's what Gordon said earlier about the boomer fascination with World War II, which Call of Duty obviously used to be more World War II era, but it's still just that
fascination. Used to see what they were about.
Yeah, it just that fascination with combat. And like, my dad's a sucker for all the Jason Bournes and the Mission Impossibles, and there's just something about these games that just in particular just get him playing it. And especially for a man who at the time would have been in his early 50s, I want to guess, when he would have been doing this. Last time he played a game before Halo and Call of Duty was Doom. Like, picking up the double joystick controller, I know for a fact he was looking down at that, just being like, what is this Moonlander? Because he's used to a flight stick to control his games. And it's like, well, no, this is better because now you can look around you and you have more fine control. To which he still in his brain is using tank controls. And so, I don't know. It's the joys of watching your parents try and play games and the things that you take for granted that, someone who plays infrequently can't. Which is why things, I think, like the Wii were so good at getting parents and even grandparents involved, because it just has the very intuitive and simple controls. They don't need to know button combinations.
Well, that kind of, reminds me of the stories I have, because, growing up, my parents didn't really play video games at all. I mean, I'm sure when we first got the NES, I'm sure my brother had them try Super Mario Brothers a couple of times, and where they just, quickly failed and didn't want to play anymore. Though Duck Hunt, I think they were probably more willing because, once again, that wasn't trying to push buttons. It was pointing, the light gun at the TV and shooting.
Yeah, just like a mouse, point and click.
Yeah. But the other one that I got when I was, junior high, high school age was that's when DDR was starting to get really big, and I got into DDR and I bought the pads, and I had that set up in my room, and because that's a different game, it's a dance game. It's not push. It's a rhythm dance game. It's not push buttons. It's not anything that you really have to keep track of other than arrows. So I figured, okay, I should try and get them to play it, and they like that I'm playing it because I'm getting some exercise. Parents love it when video games give their kids exercise. So I said, hey, you should try it out. So I had my parents play, and of course they just played, like the very simple one-footer song that's kind of, to teach you. And my mom did okay, not great, but then it was my dad's turn to play, and I was able to get him to try it. And of course, everyone in my family knew exactly what was going to happen because my dad, he ain't got no rhythm, to put it lightly. His musical talent is, well, just to put it lightly, when he was in grade school, he had a choir class, and the teacher said, hey, if you just mouth the words, just mouth the words, I'll give you a C, and then you can just move on with life, okay?
Brutal.
So like my dad, he can't sing, he can't dance, he can't rhythm, he can't do rhythm, he can't play an instrument. He's just music. He has no musical talent at all. And so but we all wanted to watch, of course, because we know
train wrecks are great.
Yeah, and sure enough, like it was as you would expect. Not even close. Like, the arrow's coming, and he's just trying to time it with the arrow because he can't really look. He's trying to use sight instead of sound to time it, and it's way off, and even the easiest song he can't do. But I was just proud of him for trying, and we all enjoyed watching him try because, we enjoy it whenever we see him attempt to dance in any way. But it was funny. I was able to get him to do that, and my mom, and it was kind of fun to watch, even though I'm sure my dad didn't enjoy it, but he knows by now every now and then we want to see him attempt to do something musical.
My dad's got some pretty good rhythm. We not digital, but we played a lot of analog rhythm games, and he was hard to beat sometimes.
Like Guitar Hero?
No. Like not digital, analog games, family games.
You say analog, and I don't understand what you mean.
What is this?
There's no digital component. You're staring around, staring at each other, and playing games.
Why don't you just call that real life?
Party game?
Party game?
Because I like my version better.
Your version is confusing.
No one understands you.
So what? I'm trying to decide. Like wait, what is this
Slice,
analog rhythm game?
What is this rhythm
A dance
party game?
competition? Is this what you're talking about?
You guys ever heard of it? Okay. I don't know. It's. Have you ever heard of a game called Big Booty?
Oh,
No.
I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
Big Booty. Oh, yeah.
I have not, and I am
High school.
100% invested to know where this is going.
Okay,
I haven't done
that
this in
sounds
high
familiar.
school.
I
That's
don't remember
amazing.
the rules, but I do remember this game existing. Yes.
Big Booty number 1.
Number 5.
Number 3.
What is going on right now?
Right.
No
What is your-
explain.
what?
No one
Rhythm
explain.
games?
Do not explain. Nothing.
You don't know any analog rhythm games, Splice.
What is going on? I need explanations.
It's a game that you'd play at like youth camps and stuff like that. And
It's kind of
Okay.
the whole, you're selecting whose turn it is next, and they have to be paying attention.
But you
To
have
the
to
rhythm and
you have to keep up with
react
the rhythm,
properly.
and you
And
have
it
to
moves
react
fast.
properly. And if you mess up, then you lose a rank. And the objective is to get to the highest rank, which is Big Booty.
Big Booty.
Okay.
And my
I am-
father was very difficult to slip up. He was on top of things. He was very good at that one.
I have never heard of this, and I will never be able to look at your father the same way again.
Oh, we should do an episode on analog games, apparently.
No. Video games is the is the top. Yeah,
It's just called I Think We Overleveled.
it's the theme of the channel. Bag.
I mean, you did say big booty. You were up doing levels, like going through
It
levels.
sounds like your dad overleveled, man.
Well, come on, he's like twice my age. What do you want?
I want to see this. Anyway, there's got to be video somewhere. But no, did my dad got into the whole Guitar Hero craze? Because when my brother and the youngest of my sisters were in high school, that's when that craze was hitting. And my dad was just excited because he contends that he grew up in the best era of music ever. And I actually kind of agree with him. The rock from his childhood is awesome. And he was just excited because suddenly all these young kids were learning about rock and roll from his time. And
apparently that's been rebranded as Grandpa Rock now.
I mean, it's about time.
73 to 76. Like some of the best songs ever in that time, in that 3-year window.
Yeah, and so he's just excited. He wasn't like my dad actually, he like most people his age had a garage band at the time. He played bass. And so my dad would play bass with them. And he was just, I don't know how good he was because I wasn't there for it, but he was just glad to be seeing that the music was passing down to the next generation. Now, did anyone else's parents get in on that craze?
I mean, my
No.
my dad
Which craze?
was a good
Guitar
sport. He would
Hero
play the
rock
drums
band.
sometime, and that was about as far as he went.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
But I
I
did
never-
remember one other.
Just thinking of my dad doing DDR, I couldn't imagine him trying to do Guitar Hero or Rock Band. That'd be hilarious.
I don't think my dad knows Guitar Hero exists.
Man. Well,
Look,
No, it did
no
remind
consoles.
me. It did remind me of one other time where I got my parents to do something video game adjacent.
okay. Ah.
Karaoke Revolution.
Oh, there you go.
So basically all it did is I set up a karaoke station at our family New Year's party.
You just did rhythm night with your family.
That was the song.
It was just
Rhythm Night
just
for-
Karaoke Revolution. It was purely Karaoke Revolution. Rhythm Night was a production.
Yeah, you didn't have the bongos, so yeah.
Doesn't
No, it
count
was
if there are
just-
no bongos.
Bongos, no rhythm night.
It was particularly amusing because my mom has since season 1 loved American Idol, and there is an American Idol version of Karaoke Revolution. There's actually 3 now, I think, or there were. I don't remember. But
Rhythm
yeah,
game
so-
inflation is a real thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and honestly, back in the day, before you could just download extra packs, which that's what Petrivka started doing after we are actually roommates, but he wouldn't let anybody else choose songs
Not
to
your
download.
dollars.
It was my dollars. I was offering to give them to you.
But yeah, so back in the day, there was just a million different versions of Karaoke Revolution, which I actually still own. And yeah, so I was able to get them to participate in that just because it was family karaoke.
It's family. You have to participate.
We did family karaoke just without the revolution.
Mhm.
Was that considered analog?
No, there was a digital component. The karaoke machine is a digital machine.
Didn't get points. Doesn't count.
Actually, you did. The karaoke machine, it was like a whole thing. Like it came with thousands of songs. And it did score you. It gave you a rating at the end of the session.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Okay.
I've never seen a karaoke machine that did that.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that.
Most karaoke machines I've seen are glorified
Amps.
basically boom
boomboxes. Yeah. yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Although some of them did have the video hookup where it actually would play the lyrics, but you had to have a special kind of disc to do that. So
No, this was the whole shebang.
nice.
I love shebangs.
She bang.
I work with shebangs, actually.
That went a different direction than I
I think
anticipated, but
every
in
single one of
retrospect,
us is using that word in a different way.
I believe so.
I mean, I was thinking of American Idol, man, but right?
Yeah, you're still on theme.
somehow we're all still on theme, yet no, we're on the same page.
I
Well,
was
mine's
thinking
not
it's the boy
quite
game.
on theme. I was going for the programming term.
It's digital.
Programming is needed for video games.
True. All video games have
Gently
shebangs
related.
in them. I can attest to that.
I don't even know how to interpret that sentence.
Use Pirate's definition. It's funnier that way.
Okay, perfect.
Well, shebangs at the very beginning of every program, every piece of programming code to say what language it's written in. It's the first line of everything, every source code file.
Why is it called a shebang?
Because that's the punctuation that's used. Like, there's the interrobang is, the question mark, exclamation point. Well, the shebang is the number sign, exclamation point. Like,
I'm sorry. Wait,
punctuation, man.
I didn't
I guess-
realize that was a thing.
I guess they couldn't go around calling that the pound bang.
On that note, let's wrap it up for the night.
No, your family member. It says there's one more story you need to share. Splice.
Oh, is
Crashing out over Yoshi is what I understand.
okay? So this is not my dad. It's my uncle Jerry, who was the youngest of my mom's brothers, and so he was a little closer in age to us. So he actually would play some video games, and he Smash Brothers 64 was new at the time, and he stopped playing with me and my buddy BJ growing up because we just kept destroying him. And we weren't mature enough to understand we were pissing him off. Because we're teenagers, and so we're just total punks. And so he stopped playing with us, and my little brother would play with us. Like, I play with my sisters and stuff, and we would do 3-on-1 stuff. It was a grand old time. But our brother started playing once he stopped, chewing on everything. And I wouldn't take it easy on him. So relative to all his friends, he became really good.
He's forged in fire.
Yes, and he was 4 in fire. And so he started playing Yoshi, and he played against our Uncle Jerry, and he started beating Uncle Jerry. And I think me and BJ had pushed Jerry to the limit, but our little brother Austin was the straw that broke the camel's back. And he flipped out.
Did he yell hose bag?
Basically, it was his hose bag moment. Yes, and he yelled at a 4-year-old. He got so mad. Which, my little brother, no matter the age, has been a troll his entire life. And so this did nothing but reinforce how wonderful the moment was to him. And I'm fairly certain
I wonder where he got that from.
he came out of the womb like that. This is the same brother that tried to sell me my own GameCube. My little brother is nothing but a shyster and a troll, and I love him for it. And yeah, he got our uncle to crash out on him, and he's been chasing that feeling ever since. That said, our uncle did not like it. He was not a fan. He is very competitive, and he's chilled out a lot since then. But in his younger days, he had a temper. And it was really funny to watch him flip out.
My nephews, I have a couple of nephews who are real griefers. And I don't get them at all. Like they deliberately play a game with the intention of sabotaging their own team just because they think it's funny.
I think part of it comes with growing up with YouTube. That's just my instinct on that. They've been watching griefing videos their entire life. Whereas for us, I didn't see a griefing video until I saw Floor Master.
The French gave it to us.
Yes. Use guns. God rest his soul. But anyway, yeah. It was a grand old time. And getting a 4-year-old to troll, let's see, what would the gap be? He might have been 30 at the time, was kind of awesome. Anyway, yeah, it's getting late, so let's start wrapping it up because there's a lot of us here. Petrivka, do you have anything you would like to promote?
Play Peak. Peak is fun. They have a new update.
It's funny you should mention that because that's what we'll be doing next week.
Yeah.
Did you find out that how many players it allows, Petrivka?
It is only 4 in the base game.
We'll have to figure that out then.
I
Explain
probably
Peak.
won't be able to join next week.
Petrivka, explain Peak.
It is a co-op climbing game. You and 3 of your best friends are stranded on an island, and you have to climb a peak to signal the rescue helicopter. And hijinks ensue.
Huh.
And it's procedurally generated maps. They change every day, so it's always something different.
Can you revisit old maps or?
Not really.
No place to put in a scene.
We're going to experiment with our first ever We Just Play a Game episode next week. So we need to figure out which 4 of us will be doing that.
Well, we actually got a copy because my oldest son's friend wanted to play with him and bought him a copy. So we actually
it's pretty cheap. So it's like it was on sale for $5.
Yeah,
it's part of. I've heard people start referring to the genre as co-op slop, where it's just
friend slop.
Yeah, where it's just the whole idea of getting people together quickly, and so it's cheap, it's easy, very accessible, and just designed to get people together playing together. And I like the concept.
It's fun.
So we'll do that.
I think you'll like it.
On your suggestion next week. Let's go to Lizzie. What would you like to promote?
I wonder. I will promote
wonder as
myself. I stream Pokemon Shiny Hunting on Twitch, twitch.tv/Lizzie Petrichor. I recently finished my Shiny Spelling Challenge, so I'm working on editing a video for YouTube for that as well.
Nice.
And kind of just playing whatever, although beginning of September will be my affiliate anniversary where I offer to shiny hunt something for my viewers and then trade it to them. So if you want a shiny from me, beginning of September, come hang out and do one of those.
All right. Perfect. Bagginses.
Today's episode is brought to you by me not planning to, but starting to play Sid Meier's Colonization after decades of never playing it and losing a couple hours already. So,
okay.
Which one is colonization?
It's civilization, but it's colonizing. It's a lot more city and individual settler management.
Well, I'm trying to think. There was a Civ 4 expansion that was colonization.
Yeah, was that the Civ 4 one?
Separate colonization exists as well.
Well,
right?
the Civ 4 expansion that's colonization was a remake of the original colonization, which came out at the same time as Civilization 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, because I was thinking isn't that called Alpha Centauri?
No,
Well,
that's a different game entirely.
That's a very different game. That's a very different game.
No, in colonization, you end up in in colonization, you end up in a new world. There are native tribes around. You build cities, and you're able to move settlers individually. With like each settler is an individual unit, and you can assign them to hunt or to trap or to fish or to process goods or to and then you send your goods back to the old country. And as time goes on, taxes start going up, and you build revolutionary spirit within, and it's a really interesting game.
Yeah, I am not familiar with this one at all. So interesting.
It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't ever played it.
All right. Breakfast.
I'm thinking.
Do you want me to come back to you?
I don't know if that'll do me any good right now. I'm kind of in a lull at the moment.
All right. Well, do you want to promote lulls?
Sure. Go zone out. It's good for you.
All right. Perfect. Lunasar, I've removed your ability to promote your wife because she beat you to it. What are you going to promote?
Yep, she beat me to it. So I guess I'll promote what I've been playing recently. It's become a little bit of an obsession. And ironically enough, it is a civilization builder. It's probably the most complicated one out there, actually. I've known about it for a long time. It used to be text only, but they've since come out with one with graphics. But
are you playing Dwarf Fortress?
Yes, I'm playing Dwarf Fortress.
I love seeing all of a sudden all the gears click into place for breakfast. Wait a second.
Yes, I started playing Dwarf Fortress.
We've lost Looney. He's gone. Goodbye.
Oh dear.
Lizzie can attest to that.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's been staying up a little too late.
That's why he didn't call me back.
Dwarves. I knew it.
Man, I thought I was in bed, but no, I got nothing.
Well, all right. Well, Lunasar, it's been nice knowing you.
It's like that's one that's been on my radar for a while, and I've had it in my Steam wish list for years. And I
just remember, losing is half the fun.
40%. Well, I mean, like you look at the wiki, it's like losing is fun, and like everything that you could possibly do that causes danger in the wiki, it lists it as. It's like, oh, if you do this, just know that you'll have extreme fun, and extreme fun's a link to the losing is fun page and losing. And like, death or like if you do something that causes a demon to attack you, it's listed as extreme amounts of fun. It is something else.
Well, diggy hole, I guess.
There's plenty of that, that's for sure.
Well, what I want to promote is that today was a red letter day for me. I finally got the completionist plus achievement in Balatro.
I saw that. Congrats.
Whoa.
Is it over? Are you done?
I have one more achievement I have to get, but it's going to be way easier than the other one. It just requires playing around it. And then I am going to be done with Balatro for a while. Okay. It's I just have to get a flush with all wild cards, which is just not something the way the game is played in the base form. There's some mods that make it so that you might want to build a deck around wild cards, or wild suited cards, I should say. And so I just got to do that, and then I will be done for a while. Until they're supposed to come out with an update later this year that'll add a bunch of stuff, and I might be lost again. But we'll see.
You know what that tells me?
Sticker on every Joker. Jeez.
Yeah.
You know what that tells me?
What?
I think you